Hello, beautifuls. I'm so excited to visit with you on video too. So we talked a little bit about the dysfunction that can cause us a lot of trauma in our lives. So I'm gonna say something, very strong statement here today. The disease of addiction and dysfunction can come through others, through us, to us, right? So grandparents, if they were raised in or around addiction or dysfunction, they learn to react. They didn't always take on the addiction. It doesn't flow like that. It can be just the dysfunction from reaction. So those reactions affect all of us in a huge way, and it trickles down through families. So we end up with the effect ourselves, not knowing when, where, why, or how it came about. So what we're talking about is reactions in family dynamics, or the way we're raised, versus responding in family dynamics, which is huge. It has an unimaginable effect on others, on you, in your life, and your relationships. So it affects self-esteem, it affects communication, it affects sexual relations, it affects bonding or the lack of bonding. It affects security, like our home is, having a roof over your head or food to eat. It can affect abandonment issues. It can affect trust, and so on and so forth. I mean, that list goes on, right? This concept that I bring to the table is column work. It starts with that pissed offness list, and then it goes to how it affected you, and then it goes to how you see that today. And it just keeps going. It's 6 weeks, 1 hour a week, and it is phenomenal. By week 4 and week 5, you really get to benefit from the relief of that. And I'll talk more about that in video 3. From this work that you do, me showing you how to process all this. Number 1, you clean up all that old stuff, right? Number 2, you have a tool that you carry forward in your everyday life, a big time tool where you can process contrast, because contrast isn't going away. It's going to present itself. Like somebody get pissed at work, or somebody get pissed because you commented whatever on their live or whatever. I mean, contrast is going to flow your way. But the way you handle it is completely different because of this process you've learned, this tool that you have now, which is huge, and you're no longer taken out of the game, right? So from this type of work comes inner confidence. There's no way to explain it other than the voice starts to smile when you talk, and comes peacefulness and mindfulness and serene feelings like you've never felt before, and the ability to communicate so incredibly beautifully. But more than that, you're able to listen. Listen completely and thoroughly to other people, allowing them to finish, allowing them to say what they need to say. Sometimes I teach this concept and I'll say, in this dysfunction and or addiction and or whatever it was that we had, there's 0 response and there's 60, which is rage. 0 is like a doormat. You see lots of people that respond like a doormat. They just take on and take on and take on. And over here, 60, which is rage and rageful. Those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. That's ugly. Ugly. What this program teaches you to do is the concept of you have the ability, once you know thyself, and the confidence to communicate beautifully. And I call it 20 and 25. You got options. You can do 30, you can do 25, you can do 35. And you can just have fun with it as you communicate and walk through contrast beautifully. I love, love, love that. Let's go over to video 3, and I'll finish up with more about how the results might turn out for you. I am Teresa King Thompson, founder of Talk of the Town Love and a founding partner at Speaksy.com. Thank you. I'll see you on the next video.